It was the first Indian film nominated for an Oscar, and reportedly it lost by a single vote to Federico Fellini's Nights of Cabiria in 1958. But Mother India didn't just put India on the world map. It also defined Hindi cinema for decades that followed.
India was a newly independent country. It was up against a whole lot of problems. There was, rural exploitation. There was, these money lenders who were bleeding the farmers dry. I mean, you had earlier films about it, like Do Bigha Zameen, which forced, a farmer to migrate to the city. So here, it was a similar story, but it was taken to a different level. It was more dramatic. It was talking about a newly independent country in a way that gave people an idea of what was happening in India. Although it was a kind of dramatized version of it, but it was done in a way that people felt this was real.
Mother India is the story of a peasant woman, Radha, who gives up almost everything to pay off loans that her family owes to an evil moneylender. Even after losing her husband and suffering heavy losses due to floods, a young Radha struggles to make ends meet along with her two sons, Ramu and Birju. While Ramu grows up to be a dutiful son, Birju becomes a violent rebel of sorts. In a daring climax, Radha shoots her son Birju to uphold a woman's dignity.
The plan to make the film was afloat in 1952. Mehboob was not thinking that it would be released in 1957. But since it got delayed, then 1957 and 10th anniversary of the freedom of the country mattered.
माँ, अपने गांव में पानी की नहर आई है ना? गांव वाले उसका मुहूर्त तेरे हाथों से करवाना चाहते हैं.
In Mother India, Radha is thinking that okay, गांव में नहर आई है, water has come, irrigation has come to the village, but at what cost? She's not thinking of herself. So Mother India definitely goes out from being a personal story to a more allegorical, national, epical film. For example, when the water comes, the water is colored red, and it's the red color, it's the blood of so many people who have struggled for independence or even struggled before and after. All that red blood, water irrigating the green fields, that imagery, I think all that happened during this process.
After initial successes with films like Andaz and Aan in 1949 and 1951 respectively, Mehboob Productions hit an all-time low with 3 successive flops: Amar, Paisa Hi Paisa and Awaaz. But Mehboob Khan didn't follow his failures with a small-budget film. Mother India was to be a magnum opus. For a young man who ran away from his home in Gujarat to join the movies, Mehboob Khan had come a long way.